Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Home and Hearth Living. Today is Turkey Day. I will make some caveats here at the very beginning. If you're squeamish, please skip to the part where after we've cut it all up. But the first thing that we have to do is get some vegetables chopped. And so we're already a little bit of a step ahead before we did the intro, but the vegetables will be chopped next. So we'll see in a couple of seconds.
Now it comes to chopping time. We're going to chop up 6 celery ribs, and I lopped off the tops and the bottoms. We don't like the bitter parts of the white. And then I've got 1 really big onion here to chop up as well. Sweet is our preferred. So for my celery, I like to be able to kind of give it a couple, depending how thick it is. This is okay for doing 1 down the center, but sometimes you get some really good thick pieces. You want to do 2 or 3. Okay, so there we go. Just want to do that first. And then we'll dice it all up, because this is going to go with our bread stuffing, right? This is going to, our cranberries are going to go with this, our onion, let's get sauteed. So I'm just going to chop this up for now, and then I'll saute it in a little bit. Okay. So this is our everything knife. We were talking about that a while ago. I like using it for everything. And of course, this is gonna get all nice and soft in a pan of melted butter, and just on a slow saute. It's got to get, you got to give it time. We do not want to burn the butter for sure. Okay. Doesn't all have to be minuscule. It is organic, and if you feel like it needs another dicey do, then do it the other way too. Okay, I'm just going to put this in my bowl right now that I have, so I can make some room for my others. Okay, and here is my pumpkin pie I've already made, and then my fresh cranberry sauce as well. So very excited by that. It's usually Munchkin's or Marcus's task to do the cranberry sauce, but I knew he was busy, so I did it. And then as soon as we get the celery done, we'll do the onions, or onion. Okay, so we'll put that in there, in our bowl. Okay, that beautiful? Mm-hmm, lovely. Okay, just pop that right there. And then we'll do the onion. So some people have different ways to do it. You can put it through the processor, whatever makes you happy. This one had a little bit of a boo-boo on it, so I made sure we didn't get any of that bruised onion flesh. Okay. All right, now we just kind of want to make it as small as possible. Oh, and of course, there's always celery on the floor, because we just want to dice that as well. Okay. So here, you could just do like this. Put off to the side. This we're going to have to chop up a little bit better. No time for tears. It's turkey dinner here. That way instead. Some tricks are to soak the onion in cold water first before you start slicing it. Another is to put your knife in cold water. Sorry. Just always crying at turkey making. It's okay, it's happy tears. It means it's gonna taste delicious. It's all good. let's get the, oops, leave that guy out. Just getting this in the pan or pot or bowl, whatever this thing is over here. We'll chop up the rest just so we had some room. Okay. And it's really going to cook down to almost nothing once we get it all in the pan. All right. And we'll just get a little salt and pepper. And then we have sage as our seasoning. Just that up. There we go. Perfect. All right. I'll see you when I get it in the pan.
So we're going to start this with the turkey. We've got the turkey has been brining overnight. We do the whole turkey. The recipe that we're using is the one from America's Test Kitchen, and it's Julia Child's revised turkey recipe, something along those lines. And it's really an amazing way to do turkey, and really not as difficult as it would seem. So this recipe has you doing some cutting up of the turkey before you actually put it into roast. And we're still going to be making stuffing. The stuffing is going to sit underneath the turkey and gather up all the great juices that come out of it. So what's happening right over here is the boss is basically taking all of those chopped vegetables with some ground sage and some salt and pepper, and she's going to bring them up and cook them till they're translucent so that it'll make it really good and tasty.
A nice little gentle saute. No rush on this. You want to take your time because we're using butter.
Yeah, so we're using butter. The recipe does call for vegetable oil. We prefer butter. So I guess you could say this is our version of their version of Julia Child's turkey recipe.
I think it says butter here, honey.
Does it?
I think so.
I thought it said vegetable oil, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. It said vegetable oil there too. Yeah, but I think it's the vegetable oil to fry in and the butter for the turkey. So, okay. Noise is coming from the office, so I'm not sure what it is. So now the first step is to get the turkey out of the big container. So I'm going to lift it and somebody can remove it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
You sure? No? It's still dripping. Is that right?
Yep. So with this recipe, it's really, really great because you're actually not going to use a lot of the pieces that just sort of sit in your in the stock pot and never actually get used and eaten. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to score along the lines. You're going to take the legs off, and then we're going to take the back out. So again, if you're squeamish, please don't skip forward in the video. So this knife didn't get as sharp as I was hoping it did.
Sharpen it again?
No, I'll just try this one. This one probably just as bad, but we need to get a good knife sharpener. So you're going to follow the line of the chicken, or the chicken. We've been eating some big chickens recently. So you're going to follow the line of the leg where it cuts down, and you're going to come down into the meat so you can actually, yeah, I'm not sure. And having a really sharp knife is usually the best for this. Unfortunately, all of our knives seem to be dull. So let me go and see if I can find something else. Because, you know, multiple knives. do it. I know this paring knife is sharp. I'll use that later. So, coming down in, like I said, this has been brining overnight. So you're going to follow the backbone here, and you're going to come down onto the unit. I don't know. Just wondering whether anybody'd have problems with YouTube on this. Did you watch any of the butchering of the?
Yeah, I saw the hams getting cut up
Okay.
for Lumina and the chickens getting.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So we're.
The ducks from Dustin Rhodes, yeah.
Yeah, we're just carving down the side.
I think it's the actual physical
Termination?
Yeah, termination.
Okay.
You have to block that out.
Sorry, we're just having a slight discussion. We weren't sure about. We're thinking about the possibility of YouTube having problems with this content. But so you can see here, it broke the knuckle. And you're just gonna cut along the back here. Cut through the tendons that are there. Now the back you can use because we're not going to use the back for the cooking, but you can use the back part for making gravy, which is great. Or like what we're going to do is we'll use it to make chicken stock or turkey stock. I like chicken apparently. So there's the first leg. There's 2 steps to the legs, but we'll do we'll get them off the breast part first. So again, now we are cooking the legs with the rest of the turkey, so you don't want to mangle them too badly. And again, not sure what you can see. Yeah, that's okay.
You should be able to see it.
So just yeah, probably a good idea. So coming down here with the skin, you see where the leg joint meets. Just take up that meat, bringing it down the backbone, and then making sure you've got clean cut all the way down here. It's hard to do this and try and show you guys. There we go. And again, break the socket. And you want to get as much of this meat off here as possible. There we go. So you're going to cut the tendons again. And really, this is not hard to do. It just takes a couple extra minutes when you're getting your turkey ready. Down. There we go. There's the second turkey leg off. Just put that aside for the moment. Now, the next part is really the hardest part for this whole thing. If you know how a turkey is built, it has ribs down here and they come up into the breast. But in this area, there's a slight gap where in this area here, there's a slight gap, and you can see this line of fat from the breast. So you're going to cut with scissors, with your kitchen scissors, not your sewing scissors. Apparently, somebody will get upset if you do that. And you're going to cut down the side. And you can see how the breast starts to come away quite easily. You're going to do the same on the other side. This is a bit of a messy job. There you go.
And that's how they're coming along. They get a little tender, a little translucent. You want to really make sure they're nice and tender.
So you can see here, now you're going to take this and you're going to push it down. Now that I've actually broken it, you can start to see where the meat and everything connects into the top part here. So we're going to have to cut some of the muscle around here so that it's good to go. And you're going to cut down until you hit bone, because there's a bone, a breastbone that comes right up in here. I'm just going to cut in, and you can continue. Be careful, these are very, very sharp, and you can cut yourself if you're not careful. No, I just need to get the tendons broke. As you can see here, like I said, this is the hardest part of this whole exercise, is making sure you get this cut all the way down. And you can see right there is the bone that I was talking about. Sometimes it'll snap real easy. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain. Sometimes you can break through it without any issues at all. Today, I'm having some troubles. There we go. So you see this piece here? There's actually a bone right here that goes from here all the way down onto your breast. There we go. So the back part, okay. The back part just gets put into your stock pot or wherever you're going to cover it up. There we go. Should be mostly it. And that, as they say, is pretty much that. Just put it in there.
That's fine. That's fine. Yep. That's good.
You have to. So the other thing we want to do is clean up some of this fat from around the top part here. The vegetables are smelling really nice. So there's, what was in the vegetables again? It was sage.
Just sage, salt, and pepper, and celery and onion. And we chose a sweet onion, but we like sweet onions. So it just says an onion, so you can pick whatever onion you like, except for red. Red's for salads.
So the reason we're taking this off, we don't want all this fat to come down into the
in our dressing.
Into the dressing.
Make all these crispy little bits soggy.
I like to take some of the smaller bone chunks off that, and you can just cut through that. Really, this is just about cleaning up the bird and getting it ready. These are very good sharp kitchen shears, so.
Yeah, they're a good investment.
I think that's all we're going to do with this. So that's the breast really ready to go. I'm just going to take this, and it's going to go into the pan once the seasoning is done. So that's the seasoning for the dressing. Once that dressing seasoning is done, we'll go from there. This is for my hands, yeah?
Yes, whatever you need it for. If it's to mop up, if it's getting juicy or whatever, I can leave some for you and some for
Awesome,
Turkey.
thank you. So what else we have here is, this is the dressing.
Fried breadcrumbs?
And so these are breadcrumbs, they're dried. So they're sort of like croutons. What's going to happen is all of the vegetables is going to mix in
That's where it's going next, is right into
with
there.
the croutons.
And it's almost equal portions onion, bread to celery. Like it's, there's a lot when you're chopping it up at first. Obviously this is going to cook down.
Right.
Now it smells so good, doesn't it? I wish you guys could smell it, Asian.
Okay.
You smell it?
So the next part is to finish the legs up. Once the legs are finished, they're going to go into the fridge until the breast's done. So the breast's going to cook for a period of time before.
30 minutes.
It's going to cook for 30 minutes to be exact.
425.
Because the breast generally takes longer than the white meat generally takes longer because of the thickness and such. So what we're doing right now is we're just going to go down the thigh bone here on the leg here, and we're going to get rid of it. Actually, is what we're doing. The reason is we're going to wrap this. We're going to season and wrap this so that it cooks evenly, and it makes it really easy to slice and carve, so everybody can have a piece of dark meat to go with their white meat or light meat. No, it's okay.
This is almost ready for your turkey breast.
Okay.
Another 2-3 minutes and we're good to go.
So this is the finicky part of the whole thing, just going along and making sure that you're getting the meat detached from the bone. Again, really good sharp knife helps here. When I find one, I'll let you know. So just bringing it down, scraping it down. Bone.
Apparently the everything knife does not do turkey.
It doesn't do meat really well because of it's different. It's fibrous, and you should use a straight blade on meat, from my opinion.
True.
So once you get here, again, break the knuckle. You can see from the back side here, or maybe you can't. There's the knuckle, and there's just some tendons that need to be chopped out. Easy peasy. And then it will come out. One tendon on the side here, or two. And there's the finished veggies all ready to go into the and there, the bone's out. So before we do anything with this, we're going to actually season this, and then we're going to roll it up, and it will be put together like that and cooked like that. So all you're going to do is just cut through the turkey leg. So that's the first one, and on to the second one. It's a bit of work, it's a bit of effort.
A little bit more sage goes on top at this point in time, on top of the stuffing. And then more salt, pepper, and the dried cranberries.
So there will be a recipe link. Because it's not our recipe, it will just be a link, and you can go and get it from there. Just gotta keep working at these. Takes a little bit. Left a little bit of extra meat on this one, but not too big of a deal. And that one's popped. That's just a matter of getting rid of the tendons again, and this part of, well, really the prep for the turkey is done.
And the stuffing.
And the prep for the stuffing is done too.
And I will take your turkey breast, if you want, or do you want to pop it in the pan?
Just give me 1 second. I'll get through this part of it.
This to the back. There we go. That's our stuffing. Our cranberries, onions, and celery. So our breadcrumbs, not so this is our stuffing. But we're not stuffing it. It's going underneath.
There's the last one. So that's that.
It's a lot, but it cooks down, and we like extra.
Whew, hot work.
It is hot work.
Okay, so we're ready now to basically get this turkey breast into the oven. It's going to go into this pan like this, and it's going to go into the oven.
Do we need to season the outside at all with any salt and pepper?
No.
No?
No, doesn't need anything right now. So it's just going to go in like that, and I'll let you do it because my hands are slippery.
Stand back there.
And that's going on for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta let it hit temp first, and then we'll put it on.
Okay.
It's close. It's not very far.
Perfect. So the last part of these turkey legs is just to season them.
Do you want me to do that since my hands are clean?
Yeah, so we need some sage,
Yep. Got it.
a little bit of sage, a little bit of salt and pepper.
So just a little sprinkle.
Yep. Bring that over here.
Thank you.
Did you get the skewers? Just out of curiosity.
No, I don't think so. I think we used cotton string last time, though, didn't we?
No.
That's really the inside seasoned. We'll season a bit of the outside after it's all wrapped up.
But right now, all we have to do is just wrap it up to get it. So all you need to do is take a couple of skewers, and it'll be wrapped up like this. Nice, neat little. And of course, we have huge metal skewers.
Too much. Okay.
These are shish kebab skewers, but
It's just your screwers.
and I'm just gonna double it into the skin here.
Do you want the bamboo ones instead?
No, this is fine for now.
Okay. Some of the bamboo ones.
Actually, why don't you give me the bamboo one? I prefer the bamboo ones when we're doing stuff like this.
Okay.
Into the meat a little bit, and then try to bring the skin over to the top. Come on.
Good teamwork. And we need to scramble really well beaten 4 eggs to go inside this dressing as well. Okay, so I'll do that right here.
Yeah, we're not
But
going
I'm
to do
not going
that
to
for
add
a
it
bit.
to this yet. I'm just going to beat the eggs.
So leave that the way it is. So this is just going to go back onto the plate. It's going to go in the fridge because it's not going to take very long for this part to cook. So Here we go. Looks like we didn't give it enough skin when we trimmed it, but we'll do the best we can. So we just need to keep it so that it's together and not falling apart on us. Now you could truss this with string, that would work too. Totally up to you. Either way works. We've done it both ways. And now this just goes in the fridge. Can you pop the...
Yep. Hold on, we want to make sure it's not sitting on something specific. So. Maneuver stuff.
There you go. And that's that. So now we wait for 25 minutes or so, and we'll be back. Hey everybody, we're back. As you can probably hear, it's just started to beep for the turkey to come out. So I'll grab it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Got your back.
Smoky.
Let's do this first. That temperature's got to come down.
So this is pretty much good to go. So you're turning it down?
Yeah. Can you tell me to what?
I think it was 300. Flip. 350.
Oh, almost there. Okay.
So down to 350 with it. So we've got the bread mixture, and we've got some beaten eggs, and that's going to go in there to start, and then it's going to go into this pan.
That's what I'm going to do right now.
At some point we lost our big roasting pan, and I'm not sure what happened to it, but
I think it got damaged.
did it?
Yeah.
In one of our many moves?
No, with me in the kitchen.
Okay, so it got damaged.
The best tools for this is your hands.
So she's just going to mix it all up and spill half of it off the back. I'm just kidding. Or the front. It's just mixing it up. So what's going to happen is it's going to go in here. Then we're going to take the turkey and we're going to put it on top. We're going to surround it with the legs and then tinfoil the top and put it back into the oven to cook for another long while. Basically it says 40 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes. So if you think about it, the turkey breast itself has been cooking for 30 minutes. We're looking at about 2 hours to 2.5 hours for the whole turkey to be done. Now you could put it into a roasting pan and it would take you 3 to 4 hours. This way, the way that this is cooked, it really reduces the amount of time that it takes to cook the turkey, and it actually tastes really good too.
It's one of our favorites. That's why it is our favorite. Not one of our. It is.
So you ready?
Yeah. Dump it in here. And you may think that's a lot of stuffing or breading, but really a lot does cook down, and we do love it. So we don't mind having extra. And it gives a really nice base for the whole turkey to sit on top of and drop down its lovely little juices into. You just kind of want to keep it in a turkey shape, actually.
So I'll deal with that, but if you want to...
Sorry.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this turkey breast and we're going to put it on top of here. And like she said, we're going to shape the breading so that it fits underneath the turkey and the legs. So I think the best way is generally just to do it. And got it?
Oh, yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
There we go.
It was just a little sticky skin.
So we're just going to, if you can pull that out of the way. Perfect. Roll it over, and there we go. It's nice and perfect up on top here. We're just going to slide it back a little bit. And you see it sort of just fits on this pan. If we had an actual proper baking or roasting pan, it would work even better.
Oh, so take the juices and drip it over top.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take our turkey leg and we're going to fit it right in here like this. And she's going to start working on the
sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes there. And this other one's going to sit in here like this. So I'm going to take this out and break these off so that they're not outside the area. This is why I like using the bamboo, and that's hot, so don't touch it. Like I just did. So breaking this off. There we go. So what you want to do is make sure the stuffing is as covered as possible. Move things around. Turn the pan around. Stuff that up underneath. What will happen is this, the areas where it's not covered will actually start to burn if you're not careful. So we try and get all of this pushed up underneath. Sort of like you're stuffing a turkey. Yeah, stuffing the turkey. Just getting everything sort of pushed up and under. There we go. And that's really all there is to this. Now it's just going to go into the oven, like I said, for another hour and a half-ish. Hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and we're just going to check it when it's ready to go. It's pretty much...
Did you want to salt and pepper the top? Or do you want me to salt and pepper the top?
You can salt and pepper.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that the skin is actually pulled away here. When I was trimming it, you will have noticed I trimmed a little bit too close to the breast. Try with your legs to trim it closer to the edge of the leg, so that you get the most of the skin, so that you can cover up the breast. This is going to be a little bit dried out, I think, today, but it still will be good.
You can wash your hands, and I'll deal with the zhuzh here.
Okay. So
now,
then
this is the fat that was cooked in the pan from in the oven, and I'm just going to loosen all the goody bits right off the bottom, and then I'm going to pour it right over top of that chicken breast, or turkey breast. And see, he's got me going on the chicken.
it's always my fault.
The turkey breast. Is this because we cook chicken more often than turkey? That's why.
Yep.
That's why we keep saying chicken.
You could probably do this with the chicken, but I don't see why.
Right.
Having trouble?
No, the back end hit me in the arm.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, so there we go. So you can see it. I'm going to put a little drizzle on the legs, and then the rest on the breast, and down and around. Get all that turkey goodness back on our turkey. Okay, wonderful. Oh.
Okay, so 10th time. We didn't get any of the big aluminum foil we usually do.
We forgot.
So
we knew we had foil, we just didn't
measuring, cutting once. So yeah, fun in the kitchen when you forget stuff. Sorry?
Keep using the wrong peeler.
I hate it when that happens. So, shiny side in or shiny side out? In.
In? Always.
Always.
Shiny side, food to food.
So all you're going to do is just fold it a couple times over. I'm just going to make a little bit of a dome to go over the top of this turkey and seal it in. I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully got enough length. Perfect. Like I planned it. To see this, I planned it. I'll wrap it up around the bottom. Like I said, hour and 40 minutes, did I say?
Probably that. Hour and a half.
Yeah, so
Hour and a half.
well, it says 40 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes longer. So basically you want to get it to where it's at, registers between 175 to 180 degrees. So we'll put it on for probably 50 minutes and we'll go from there. Timer for 50 minutes. And we're good to go. It's that easy. So do you want to come back over here?
No, that's dirty.
Okay. That's dirty. You made it dirty.
You made it dirty.
Where's the de-dirtying thing?
Just slicing the or sweet potatoes. Depends on where you're from, what you call them.
So now it's time to de-dirty. I just wipe this up so there's space to continue working.
A yam or a sweet potato is very, very tough, so be careful when you're cutting them.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You have been de-dirtied.
That's possible. We may actually want to have one more. I wasn't sure how much was going to fit in here, so I only did 3.
Do you want another one?
Maybe a small one. Let's see how much room we have here. Yeah, we should have room for a smaller one. Okay. I'll take this nub off. It's a little flatter. Sorted. You're gonna love the rest of bits. This is the way that Kent's mom has done them, and that's how I learned how to do these sweet potatoes. I don't think I ever had a yam or a sweet potato in my life until I met him. So.
I heard a rumor the other day that you could use sweet potatoes instead of pumpkin in pumpkin pie.
Why would you do that?
Because then it would be sweet potato pie and not pumpkin pie. But in theory, it sort of makes sense that it would work.
It would, because it's a sweet root, right?
Yeah.
So instead of a sweet, well, we make the pumpkin sweet, but oh, perfect! Look at that. Bob's our uncle. Okay, and we need cold water from the fridge.
Hey, guess what? There's pizza without pineapple in the fridge.
Rumors. It's just rumors. Okay. Oh, there should be a 1 cup because I measured the cranberry right there. Perfect. We'll do 1 cup of brown sugar. I know it seems like a lot for this, but you know it is.
What it is, because it can't be what it isn't.
A little shy of 1 cup. Okay. And you just want to break it over. You're thinking, what, Laura Lynn? It's already sweet enough. No, not. I'll tell you when it's sweet enough.
Just about like me.
add about at least a half a cup of butter. You want to make sure it's kind of like layered because it's going to bubble away in this buttery brown sugar goodness and get all over your face. And get in your belly.
It's not supposed to get on your face.
Oh, it don't matter. Do some like thin cuts and just lay it right on top. And just kind of like do like you were laying out cheese on a...
Anything.
Make sure you space it. You're not doing it too
team
close.
cheese.
Exactly, team cheese.
Butter is a close cousin to cheese, so it's okay.
That was a bit thick, so we'll put that there. And there. That should be enough for this whole project here. Project of dinner. Okay, so that's one of the potatoes done. Next is the regular potatoes. So they got to get peeled.
Peeled?
Rinse my hands.
Peeled.
And I will grab a pot. There we go. Ready to go. Put myself in cold water.
It's cold water in the pot for the potatoes
Yeah.
that I have to peel now.
You peel, I'll chop. How's that?
Okay. How many you want? 6, 7 dozen?
How many mashed potatoes you like, love?
Let's start with this many and we'll see if it's enough.
It's not like they ever go bad.
No, they don't. Mashed potatoes are a favorite in the house. We have a lot of favorites. I've come to that conclusion.
Alright, there we go. Well, those we'll put it in closer to the when they come to the end of the cooking cycle for the turkey, so they can cook in there a little bit as the turkey's outside here resting. So we're not in a rush to get those guys done.
So do you prefer your potatoes mashed, whipped, fried, how else? Boiled, baked,
Shredded,
hash browned? What's your preferred
wedged.
potato way? That's mine. Someday I'm going to try it with these potatoes just to see what it tastes like. I'm sure it'll be amazingly fabulous, but...
These are russet potatoes we're using, and we're going to put it in salted cold water and then bring it up to a boil to cook them. But we'll do that as soon as we're done slicing and dicing.
Seems like I got the hard job here.
Excuse me?
For everybody who's worried about me cutting myself, it's not going to happen. I can't count the number of potatoes that I've peeled with this peeler.
A lot. It's a good peeler. Came with the second set of the Cutco knife. It's a Cutco peeler.
We need more potatoes.
Yeah.
It's like these were ready to go to seed potatoes. You have to check this one out. There's a lot of eyes on it.
Now we do want to make sure the thickest part of the breast registers 160 to 165 at the thickest part, and the thighs register at that degrees Celsius, I'm assuming. And the thigh registers at 175 to 180 degrees, 40 minutes to a minimum to
And that would be
an hour and a
Fahrenheit,
half.
not Celsius.
Sorry?
That would be Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Oh, okay, Fahrenheit then. Oh, lots of
I would
spots on
think.
this one.
Yeah. That one might throw out.
Excellent on that one. Couple of spots here was iffy on, and I'm just looking at them. I'm gonna have them. I don't want them in my mashed potatoes. I don't want that in my taters. I don't want that in my taters.
Okay.
Much better. It's gonna be such a good dinner. It's too bad we didn't have more people to share it with. So eat more for me.
More leftovers.
More leftovers.
One more?
Sure. That sounds good.
This is just a little one anyway.
Just a little one. Barely even counts.
I'm pretty sure potatoes don't count.
Are you sure? They seem to have lots of eyes. I'm sure they like to count.
Well, they might be able to see, but they can't speak back, so. Dad jokes.
Dead jokes. Jeez, you gave me a hard time about the breadcrumbs, dude. Jeez. You got stuff like way over under here. Okay. Now,
Okay.
I'll trade that bowl for the pot. Awesome. And then I guess, pretty much, we need at least a tablespoon of salt in there, at least. There's the box. The box is right there somewhere. At least a tablespoon. Yep, I'm good. Perfect. Works.
Who's measuring?
Close enough to there is. Alright. So I guess we'll see you guys when the turkey comes out. Okay?
And the sweet potatoes
Come
go
out.
out.
No, well, no, I think we'll put them in beforehand.
Okay.
So, but there you have the sweet potatoes. Got at least 3/4 of a cup to a cup of brown sugar, and then about a half a cup of butter, and then the cold salted water with the russet potatoes. So perfect. See you soon.
So we're back. It's been about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer, and the turkey is done. So the next step is we've got to get the turkey off the plate, off the pile here. Yeah, it's done. You can see it's a beautiful golden brown, and we're going to use these for the legs. You can start to see that the turkey's pulled away here, so it's all good and ready to go. Part one.
Take on fluffing of the pan and then tossing back in the oven, which I forgot. It needed to be little.
Okay, and then we're just gonna take the breast, and I'll take this.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Give me my glove.
That way. Pop it right on top, baby. Oh yeah. Fluffs.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'll trade you. Side. Okay, we can talk about your turkey.
So the turkey's gonna be tented so that it can rest. Unfortunately, my beautiful foil job has been foiled.
You're so funny.
Foiled by my lovely assistant, who
No.
was a little aggressive on it.
So now what we do is we take the stuffing and spread it out within the whole pan, getting all the juices. We're giving a little good scrape with the wooden spoon to get everything incorporated into each other with this beautiful, lovely stuffing. It's one of our very, very favorites. And then we toss it back in the oven while this is resting for the 20 minutes at about 300 degrees to kind of dry out just a little bit. Okay? And it really is just absolutely fantastic. Sweet potatoes turned out amazing. I will show you those as I put this back in the oven. Okay. And I'm trying to get all the lovely sticky bits that were underneath the turkey and sticking to the bottom of the pan. I'm trying to get those up and mixed in within the stuffing, because that's just flavor. That's just awesome flavor in itself. Just trying to, like I said, incorporate everything, spread it out evenly so it has a nice even bit to dry in the oven. Okay, go ahead. It tastes amazing. Alright, let me.
There we go.
So we have in here our sweet potatoes. Here, let me show you. Our gravy that I've already made. We also have our turkey stock already going in our slow cooker. So there's our sweet potatoes. You can see those there. That little butter and brown sugar mixture, and I did flip them about halfway through. Okay. Now here we have some of our potato water, as well as a gravy mix and some other gravy of turkey. That's there. And then we have a lovely dish of green beans and peas with a little bit of butter. Okay, and that's all just keep them warm while we're waiting for the turkey to rest. Okay. And we need about, what, 25 minutes?
20 to 25 minutes.
Let's do 20, and then we'll see you when we get back.
You forgot the potatoes.
I think we're going to fit in there.
So the stuffing is now done. You can see it's nice and fluffy. It's still a little moist, but it's really quite great this way. So the stuffing is ready to go. Last thing to do, obviously, is cut the turkey. So we'll just move the stuffing out of the way. In fact, I'm just going to put it back into the stove, into the oven here for a few minutes while I do the cutting. The oven is off at this point, so we'll just have to deal with it. So the cool thing about how this turkey comes is cut is it's really quite straightforward and simple. So you're just gonna cut your for the breast part, you're going to cut down the center to the side of the center. And I got my trusty electric carving knife. Cut in from the side at the wing. And you can start to see how it comes apart really nice and easily. Let go. There we go. And there's the first piece. Oops. And this is then you can cut that up real easy. It's like the easiest way to get through this. As you can see, the whole breast is now cut. It took what, a fraction of the time it would take you to carve a normal off the side and create your slices. So, and then you've got your dark meat here. And you can just take your skewers out. And it's basically the same thing. Easiest way to do thigh and leg meat we've ever had. So there's the drumstick for later, and some dark meat, and that's really all there is left to it. So now it's time to make up some plates, have a great dinner, and we want to definitely thank everybody for watching our shows, and I hope you have, if you're in Canada, have a great Thanksgiving, and if you're in the US, maybe you try this and see whether or not you enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time on the Home and Hearth Living channel.